What's going on, motherfuckers? Welcome to the Crocs and Hot Pocket Show. My name is Knackers, and today is Sunday, October 21st, 2018, and this is episode number 75. Tonight's show is a free-for-all, and with me tonight, I got SaltySam and MiddleAgedStream. Salty, how you doing today?
Doing great.
Fucking yeah, Jimbo, how you doing?
What up, player?
Yeah, we're going to get to these guys in just a hot second. During the show, if you would like to ask a question to be answered during the Q&A near the end of the podcast, you can use the exclamation point Q in chat, followed by your question, and the bot will grab that and we will answer that at the end of the show. If we are not live and you'd like to ask a question or submit any kind of feedback at all, you can shoot me an email to crocs@knackers.com. And lastly, if you enjoy the podcast and you have fun and you love us and you want to support us without spending a goddamn dime, you can review the show on iTunes, and that would greatly help us out. So first and foremost, let's go around the goddamn room and introduce you to everybody to let you know who you are, where you can find them. And SaltySam, we will start with you.
My name is SaltySam. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSaltySam, Twitch at SaltySam, Instagram Salty all day.
My name is Jimmy, aka MiddleAgedStream. You can find me on Twitch and Instagram at MiddleAgedStream. MiddleAgedStream without the D on Twitter.
No D's on Twitter.
No D's on Twitter, only on
No
Snapchat. What's up, everybody? My name is Knackers. You can find me on this very channel or on Twitter and Instagram with Knackers. Oh, fuck! At Knackers with
At
three.
Knackers.net.
With Knackers.net. Come with Knackers.net. Come see what I'm coming about. Anyways, what have you guys been up to lately? What's going on?
I'm busy like always, man.
Yeah. Busy AF.
That was
Drinking some good beers.
the segue into what have you been up to, but I was not direct enough with the wording. So, SaltySam, what have you been doing that is non-video game related lately?
What about the drinks?
Oh, fuck! Okay, we've obviously
have the drinks.
Why
Okay.
do we even have a script?
It's in black and white right in front of me, and I can't do it still. God damn it. All right.
That's what I was just saying to Jimmy at the beginning of this when we were muted, was like, we've been doing this I've been doing podcasts with you in some respect for like fucking 4 years.
Yeah.
And I still fuck shit up and forget shit every single fucking time.
Yeah. I have to write the script. I have to.
Terrible.
So, Salty, what are you sipping on tonight, brother?
So tonight, I actually have something other than Bud Light. It is
Yeah.
a Founder's Dirty Bastard Michigan beer. And it's a Scotch style ale. It's I have it like super chilled. I put it in the freezer before I came up here. And I've got it in my Mighty Mug glass, so I don't fuck shit up.
Is it glass or is it plastic?
It's plastic.
Okay.
In the shape of a glass.
In the shape of a glass.
A hot booty. It's quite the head you got there, bud.
This is a Yellow Rose IPA. It's brewed in Magnolia, Texas. It's probably one of the best IPAs you can buy if you get it fresh.
Damn.
And then to go, and I don't even drink a ton of IPAs, but I love this one. And then I've also got a Oktoberfest beer. This is from 903. It's another Texas brewery, and I've been trying to all the different Oktoberfest beers because it seems like everyone and their mom puts one out now, all the microbreweries. So I've been trying to find out what I like and what I don't. I haven't tried this one yet, so I'll be trying that one next.
What is at the heart of an Oktoberfest ingredient wise? What makes an Oktoberfest an Oktoberfest?
So it's called a Marzen style beer. And so it's made in the style. I couldn't tell you ingredient wise necessarily what is in it, but it's basically like, think of it like a lager that's got more flavor.
Okay.
Because that's basically kind of what it is. A flavorful lager.
Ooh, okay. Flavorful of what? Ba-dum-tunk.
Anyway, what about you?
I am drinking a Sam Adams Fuck!
Yes.
Show's canceled. Good night, everybody.
God
Good night.
damn it. Ow now, brown cow. Ow now, brown. I don't. Maybe it's because I haven't spoken a lot of words today, but I can't speak. Jesus Christ.
You need to get
Anyways.
stuff. If you had a kid running around your house, you would never stop talking.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
Just eat the fucking green beans.
Do you have to convince your child to eat veggies, or does he just kind of gobble it up?
We are assholes as parents. We don't let him be like
Eat vegetables.
combined with the fact combined with the fact that my wife is a type 1 diabetic. We don't really keep a lot of garbage food in the house for good reason. And so he doesn't really get a lot of junk food because we don't really have a choice in that matter.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, my son, he only eats a handful of things, so we're just lucky to get him to eat those things.
Oh, really?
that's how
Yeah.
my buddies, like I had 2 buddies like that when I was growing up.
And apparently that's like
anything.
my wife was like that apparently growing up, according to her parents. So he definitely didn't get it from me because I ate anything pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
Garbage disposal.
with that said, and with the understanding of palates changing as you get older, can we blame kids for not wanting to eat vegetables if they are like physically and genetically incapable of enjoying them? Holy robot. Salty, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, Jimmy, it's just you. Oh, God, no. You. Sing a song really quick. Nope.
What the heck?
Oh, hey, you're back.
Okay.
Oh,
And we're
my.
good.
That
Okay.
was the worst roboting I have ever heard.
That was like some SaltySam level shit.
Weird.
It was.
Well, the point I was trying to make was if they're as long as they're getting the vitamins from somewhere else, I don't really care. I mean, he just needs to you make sure that they get what they need to get, and some, yes, there's stuff in vegetables that they should have, but there's also stuff that you can give them in a freaking multivitamin that's going to cover a lot of those things too. So
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do either of you guys dose up with any vitamins before your day starts?
I used to, and I got out of the habit. I probably need to start doing it again.
I do.
I probably need to.
Controversial topic.
Centrum Silver.
Yeah. I think mine's...
I don't take the silver one, but I do take a Centrum multivitamin every day.
Remember, everybody, Salty's a cheap ass.
I don't fucking like work out or do anything physical at all. So, and I tend, because I work on shift work, I tend to eat a shitload of like Subway, like every fucking day of my life.
Oh, okay.
I know the struggle, man, because like coaching, sometimes, especially on the weekends or on game nights, you're just trying to eat whatever. I'm coming home late from a game, and I'll just, eat some bullshit on the way home, which I know is not good for me, but I'm too tired to make myself anything, and I'm hungry, and I need to eat, and yeah. It would probably not be a bad idea for me to start taking a multivitamin again. I used to do it. I don't know why I stopped doing it.
I think after a while, like it's hard to gauge whether or not it's the multivitamin that's doing the work, or if it's just you're cognizant of trying to take care of yourself and therefore you feel better. Like it's not the vitamin that makes you feel better. It's the 12 ounces of water that you drink in order to put that vitamin down because you can't swallow shit. It's like,
I'm sure there's a placebo effect of taking a multivitamin that is probably beneficial to you, but
that's exactly where I stand. I don't multivitamins. You're not going to take a multivitamin and be like, oh my God, I feel so much better than I do yesterday.
I feel great now.
Yeah. But it's a great thing to just cover all your bases. It's just you're going to start off breaking even instead of starting off in the negatives, if that makes sense. That's kind of how I believe it. And it's like whenever I look at a vitamin bottle and it's like $12 a bottle, take 3 a day. It's like, oh, okay, well, that'll last me a month. How about I just take 1? Because 1 is still better than none. I never take the recommended fucking dose on those things because that's how they get you to just keep buying them.
Pretty much.
I love how we have segued from what beers we're drinking on a Sunday night to
what vitamins?
the pros of taking multivitamins every day.
This is true.
This fucking podcast is growing up.
Yes,
bro.
yes, it is. Anyways, back to the original point. I am drinking a Sam Adams cherry wheat. This is the third 6-pack in a row that I've bought of this beer. This, hands down, has to be one of my favorite beers. It's a little bit more on the heavy side, so it can be taken if you're just looking for something a little bit more tasty, a little bit more heavy. It can also be used as like a party beer. You know, I can drink 6 of these, not be too fucked up, but still be, able to like walk. Oh my God.
Always good.
Another quick hot segue. I had a dream last night that I was invited to talk on a Twitch panel, like at TwitchCon. I was on the stage talking. I was so nervous that I couldn't stand. Like I was falling over because I couldn't. It was like I was so incredibly dizzy that I couldn't stand up. Thousands of people watching, and I'm trying to read this teleprompter. You know how a normal teleprompter has, I don't know, 5 lines of text that are slowly scrolling? This teleprompter looked like the fucking New York Stock Exchange, where it was scrolling left to right that you could only see half a word at a time. I'm like, DJ, wait, how the fuck am I supposed to read this shit? I don't know what I've said. I don't know what's coming. But yeah, that was a nightmare. Just like making a complete ass of myself on TwitchCon stage, trying to read this teleprompter while I'm also falling over at the same time. But anyways, cherry wheat, it's great beer.
That's fucking nuts.
My nightmares, man. All right, what the fuck have we been up to?
I'm still fucking working pretty much every day. I had to miss the last podcast that I was supposed to be on because of work. It's like some outages going on, so a lot of maintenance and shit's going on, so it's a pain in the ass for us. So pretty much busting our asses every day and having to work overtime to help other people out and shit. So I've been working a ton. I don't know if I had talked about this the last time I was on. I finished, I still am working on the fireplace in my living room, but I tore the old mantle out, re-bricked it, did all that shit, and now I've got the new TV installed. I spent a shitload of money I shouldn't have spent. I was like a 65-inch Q6 4K Samsung TV. This bitch is borderless. It has no bezel.
What?
It's practically paper thin. Like, I think it might be this thick across the whole back of it.
Oh my God.
And then I mounted it above my fireplace. Vans man came and helped me mount it. And
Did screwing the fucking mount into that thing just make you nervous?
I mean, putting a TV on a mount anywhere makes you nervous.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Like, you think, okay, well, I hung off the bracket. It's totally going to hold. And you got to put this TV up there, and you're both like both me and Vans are like,
Yeah.
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 Clink.
you kind of like, something settles or like a cord fucking dangles down and hits something behind there, and you're just like, fuck.
Yeah. 65 inches of bank account.
I went extremely overboard. If anybody ever wants to remove the mount from this brickwork, they may as well just get rid of the brickwork.
Oh my God.
Like, I pre-drilled holes into the fucking mortar bed in between the bricks. Then I put concrete anchors inside of that, and then I filled those concrete anchors in the brick behind with 2-part anchoring epoxy. This shit's rated to like 3,500 PSI. Like, when you see big machines mounted to the floor with bolts, like in big like workshops and shit, you'll see tools that are mounted to the floor with bolts. That's all done with this same epoxy.
Okay.
And that's what I mounted it into this brick with. So that shit ain't going fucking anywhere.
Fuck yeah.
So
okay.
I did.
Give me some clarification. When you say remove the mantle, in my head, I thought mantle being all of the part of the brick chimney that is inward facing in your house.
No.
What's the actual term for that?
The mantle is the wood or the shelf that goes across the top.
Okay.
Sometimes like vertical trim pieces.
Right.
But the entire thing is called a hearth.
That's what it is. Okay, I'm getting my terminology mixed up.
Wait. Can you say chimney again?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chimney.
Chimney?
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 Did I say chimney?
You might
Yeah.
have.
Okay, for a second I was like, wait, did I say chimney instead of chimney?
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, yeah.
Just had to confirm.
Yes, hearth. And so like that's gonna be our living room eventually. So now we have the TV. I've finished re-bricking all that shit and fixing that. All I really have left is putting a new mantle up. I have to build a new one, and I'm gonna try to do that with one slab. I'm gonna go to the Amish and see if I can't get like a slab of hickory or something to match the wood floors in our house. And then like I kind of went way the fuck overboard on this living room. So like we got a dual power reclining sofa from fucking Lazy Boy on clearance. I went out and bought a Lazy Boy recliner, like a straight up dad chair.
Yes.
Like, this is my fucking chair. And then the TV obviously was way more of a fucking expense than I needed to make it.
Well, dude, if I knew it was going to be my last house ever, I would do the same.
Well, it's like I hadn't bought a TV in like 10 years.
Right.
I bought a shitty TV to put in my garage, and I ended up selling that and making money off of that, and then buying this TV. So that's been my focus. I finally finished the wiring to the living room for the network and the cable. I finished that up the other day, and then we got a new dining table and all that shit. So dining room's almost done. Like I'm fucking erasing shit off the fucking board right now.
Yes, awesome, dude.
So
I'm happy for you.
It's been sweet. And as far as gaming goes, what is this gaming you speak? The first time I turned my computer on since the last time I was on the show was like 2 days ago when I bought tickets to an NFL game.
Woo! God damn.
For that, it was this show.
Oh, you're gonna go to a Ravens game?
Redskins.
Ooh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, it's become kind of a tradition for a couple of my friends to go to the Redskins Giants home game because a couple of my friends are Giants fans, a couple are Redskins fans, so we just go and tailgate and we normally get pretty decent seats. This year
Awesome.
we're a little further up than normal, but they're still they're right outside the corner on the above the club level, so it's like you can see the whole fucking field. You don't have to worry about people being in your fucking face.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't been to an NFL game since I was a kid. It's been a long time. I've been to plenty of college games, but not an NFL game.
Been to 3 Lions games and they lost every single time.
That sounds like a typical Redskins fan, dude.
Yeah.
I had season tickets for 4 years.
God damn.
I think they won like 6 games that whole fucking time. Like the games I actually went to.
Jesus.
Yeah. Fuck that. I don't even really follow football anymore.
It's all about that esports, dog.
I can't deal with the politics involved with sports anymore. I'll watch hockey. That's about as far as it goes. I don't watch anything else.
Just put the puck in the net and fight.
Yeah, just a little. I'll watch a little bit of playoff baseball.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't watch shit on TV anymore.
Word. Jimbo, what's up with you, man?
Working. It's been busy. Although I've kind of, it's been pretty good. I definitely need a break. I'm back on the 7 days a week thing. Working, and I've got pretty much we got 3 weeks left of football season. We have to win all 3 games to make the playoffs. So the likelihood of us making it are slim. Possible, but slim. But assuming that we don't win out, then I'll be done in 3 weeks with that, and then the week after that I have a week off for Thanksgiving. So I'll be off work for a week, and that'll be nice.
Fuck yeah.
So man, and work has just been like, I don't know I don't know if it's because I accidentally made a kid cry the other day at school. I felt bad about that. I wasn't on purpose, but like there was this student I had, and she's like an all A student, probably like top 10 in her class, and she didn't do that hot on the last test we had. Like, I don't know, it was maybe like she had like an 85, which is, I know that doesn't sound like a terrible grade, but she's like a 95 or better type of kid. So the next day we were going over the test, and I when I ask kids questions from the test, like, what did you put here? What was your answer? And the questions I asked her, like, she didn't know and then got them wrong. And then I was like, I'll give her a softball one later. And she got that one wrong too. And I was just like, and then after class, she's like, what can I do to get, study differently? Whatever. I'm like, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to pick on you in class. We all have bad days.
Yes, we do.
We all have bad days. You're awesome. Don't worry. You're still great.
I was hoping for a mean teacher story, but I guess that'll have to do.
I'm usually not mean. Although you want to go mean coach story, I guess. So we played a game the other night, which we lost, and at halftime we're down. Go in, and I get into it with one of the coaches on our staff. Like, we get into this freaking huge shouting match. F-bombs are dropped.
Oh shit!
We're freaking screaming at each other.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah, it kind of turned into one of those, and it was
again.
It was not my. Yeah, I mean, it was just tempers get hot sometimes. They flare, and then it was really basically a misunderstanding. But long story short, I don't like words put into my mouth. And I felt like that's what was happening. And so I called the other person out on it. And then they went, and wouldn't back down. Neither would I. And, that's how it went. But whatever. That's coaching. I mean, it's not like everyone's going to be like, oh, well, I apologize. I mean, that's just grown men. And it's a sport it's a lot of testosterone. And
yeah, the kids aren't the only one with high testosterone levels.
Yeah, there's certainly... You try and let level heads prevail, but the reality is, in the sport of football, the coaches as well. Sometimes, especially when shit's not going the way you want it to, you could have a short fuse and blow up. So, but whatever, it happened. It's over. It's water under the bridge. I don't give a shit. Non-work gaming stuff. I haven't had a whole lot of time. Just when I've been streaming. I'm almost done with Spider-Man. I think I've probably only got a few more streams of that, and then I'm done. And then I played a little Battletoads. I managed to beat the Turbo Tunnel on Battletoads, legit, like no save states or anything the other day.
Shit.
And I was like, hell yeah, I was feeling good about myself. I haven't done that since I was a freaking kid, So there was that. And I just bought the new Jackbox, which I played a little bit last night. And it was fun playing because they brought back the You Don't Know Jack game, which is like my favorite one, the trivia one. And there's the other ones I haven't played, any of the other new games, but I'll be playing some of that. And then, of course, when I'm done with Spider-Man, I'm going to jump into the original Red Dead Redemption, play through that again before I jump into Red Dead 2. It's kind of like a way to kind of set it. Because I haven't streamed it. Like, I streamed a very little of it. Like, when I first started streaming it, just a moment of it, and then I switched to something else. But I would like to go and play through that game again because I haven't really played through it all the way since I beat it when it came out way back in 2009 or whatever it was.
Yeah, way back then.
Yeah,
so
the original one.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Gaming and non-gaming for me, man. Just excited to be having some time off here pretty soon.
I'm excited for you to have some time off because work's too much. How if you had to give yourself a time of how many more years you're going to do that for, what would you say?
I would say probably maybe 10.
Oh my God!
I don't see myself doing it more than another 10 years, like where I'm coaching football anymore. Like I don't know. I say 10 because at that point my son will be finishing high school,
Right.
I think at that point I'm going to be, I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Man,
I don't know.
Drop the coaching and send your kid off to college. You got all the free time in the goddamn world to jerk off.
I know.
Woo!
It'd be great.
Good shit. All right. As far as myself, non-gaming wise, I am officially back to work. I officially got a job again after 3 months of unemployment.
Yeah.
It has been an adjustment. It's not only going back to work, but going back to work early is rough, Tim's.
Welcome to the fucking team, bro.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll all pay off in the end. I'm glad that I'm going to be getting onto a schedule where I'm waking up early. Just the benefits are just they're so
Tangible.
apparent.
They're
Yeah,
fucking real.
yeah. I would say coincidentally, the that Casey Neistat vlog came out where he had that Marine on talking about the benefits of getting up early and
Yeah, fucking Jocko.
Yep, that dude's a madman.
He's intense as shit. If you listen to his podcast, it is super intense.
Do you know if he reads his audiobook?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I hope he fucking does, because that's the next one that I got queued up. Ultimate Responsibility? I can't
that was one of his first ones.
Okay. I think I have his first one queued up then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot what it's. Fuck. You keep going. I'll remember it.
Okay. So yeah, just kind of like get adjusted to waking up early. The days are a little bit longer. So before I had an 8-hour work day with the 30-minute lunch. And now it's a 9-hour work day with an hour lunch. So all of my days are just like a little bit longer, which kind of sucks because for days that I want to go to the gym and stream, the day is pretty much waking up and then it's go, 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 go until you pass out later that night. And I don't want to do that multiple times a week because I feel like even though I'm doing all the things I want to do, am I really in the best mindset? What's that doing to my body physically if I'm going from 5:30 in the morning until midnight, multiple times a week? So I'm trying to work out my schedule and figure out how I want to do things. Ultimately, I think with my work days being a little bit longer and being much earlier, I think I'm just going to have to cut the gym down to half an hour visits instead of hour visits. And then I'll probably have to shave an hour off of streaming, because I really do not want to make a habit of getting less than 6.5 hours of sleep. Like I want 6.5 to be like my minimum, because as soon as you start getting under 6, long-term health things start making themselves visible.
Yeah, dude. I watched a couple documentaries on that shit. I'm not about losing sleep.
No,
I do it all the fucking time because
yeah, as long as it's not all the time. Like if you get because I get less than 6 hours at least once or twice a week. I probably get less than 6 hours of sleep.
Okay.
But if it's as long as you keep it at that, then you're fine. If you're doing it more than once or twice a week where you get less than 6 hours, it's going to start affecting your health. But once or twice a week, less than, no big deal.
Which most of the time it's probably going to
totally anecdotal. It really depends on the person and whatever.
Right. But I mean, it's just like I've spent the last 15 years just not having sleep be on the front of my mind and treating it like it was an inconvenience more than it was a necessity. And I've probably aged myself, probably shaved a couple years off the end of my life, that kind of thing. And that's just something I don't really want to fuck with anymore. So tonight is going to be one of those nights where I get less than 6 for the sake of the podcast. But again, it's not something I want to sacrifice. Like if I was to do anything, I would shave off a day of playing video games before I got rid of the podcast. It's just important to me. So definitely trying to get that. I was telling you guys before the show that I've been waking up at 6 and or 6:30 every day during the week, where normally for work I was waking up at 9 for the past 4 years. And so that's been an adjustment. But this weekend, both days, I woke up at 7:30 on Saturday, and then I woke up at 8 or 8:30 today. And as soon as I woke up, I was in that limbo area where, okay, I'm not tired, but if I close my eyes long enough, I'd probably fall asleep, or I could just get up and do some shit. So yesterday I started going to work on the craft room and like finishing out some like camera and lighting rigs. I've recorded an episode of Document, got half of it edited. Today I woke up at 8. I spent the first fucking 2 hours of my day trying to troubleshoot Adobe Premiere because it's the worst fucking software in the history of the world. It's a rant for another day. But and then I got that episode edited and published. So like both days were so productive that I'm like, okay, I need to try and make a habit of waking up before noon on weekends, because the amount of stuff that I could get done was incredible. And I don't think it had any correlation to whether or not my girlfriend was up to bug me or not, because she was asleep for most of the weekend. Just kidding. But yeah, it's just great to just get up early and just have some time to just do whatever. And yeah, it's good. So I'm enjoying that for sure. Again, reworking my PC audio. It's every time I say that I'm working on PC audio, it's because I fucked something up and I'm learning how to fix it. And so I spent a lot of time redoing everything, installing some new hardware. It's all good to go now. I'm finally done. And I know I say that
on wood.
Yeah, as long as nothing dies. I'm pretty sure I still have an issue with my second mixer, the one that I spilled water inside, but I'm not doing anything with it until it fully dies. I just don't want to fuck with it. And I have resing. I probably meant to say resting in the script, but who fucking knows? Yeah, every day. I didn't stream Monday through I streamed Thursday, but I didn't stream Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and then I didn't even play games on Thursday. We just looked at keyboards and shit for 4 hours. I couldn't muster up the energy to stream on any of those days. I was just so fucking wrecked. I'm pretty sure I took a nap at some point on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday after just coming home from work. It was like I'd come home from work, chill out for an hour, eat dinner, and then after I ate dinner, it was donezo. It was no fucking way. You're napping right now. And that's kind of been it for non-gaming. As far as gaming, because I didn't game this week, this would be all last week. I played and streamed 2 days of a game called Death's Gambit, which has been called a Dead Cells, Dark Souls, having a baby game. And I said this on Twitter. It was the first game in, I would say, years, excluding Rocket League, that made me want to play it off stream. Like, really? It was the first game where I was sitting doing nothing and thought to myself, man, I really want to go play Death's Gambit. It's super fun game.
Have you played Dead Cells?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, okay. You just heard that it was described like that.
Yeah, and I've just heard that it's really, really good as well. It's on my list to play, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I bought it when it first came out, and apparently it had a very rocky start, according to Steam reviews and editorial websites and stuff. So I never played it when it first came out, when I had the time, and then by the time I had the time, I just it was too late.
Oh, it's great. I like it a lot.
I'm excited to get into it. I enjoy those side scroller kind of pixelated games.
Metroidvania. It's like it's basically a Metroidvania / roguelike / Twitch integration.
Right.
Which is pretty cool. So
Weenie and I played some Astroneer last week for party night. Again, game's always fun. It's so repetitive, but I always just have a good time, not giving a shit, playing with my girlfriend and drinking and hang out with chat. It's like just one of those things that's just super, super fucking fun to do. And Wolfenstein. I think one more stream of Wolfenstein and I've beat it. The very first one, the New Order. And I was getting really frustrated with something the last time that I was playing it. And now I can't remember what it was.
The crouch buttons?
No. I think it might have just been the difficulty of like people being bullet sponges out of nowhere and just having such a lack of ammo. I felt like I was playing the first Metro, where I'm just dying because I don't have any fucking oxygen canisters and I'm running around trying to kill people with no ammo. But game is fun regardless. Moving along to the gaming news and discussion during the week. If you guys would like to submit any gaming or streaming related news for us to possibly discuss on the show, there is a hashtag news channel in the Knackers Discord. And I just want to give a shout out to Elizabeth, Bourbon, Remax, Sonder, and Matt Weenie for all posting articles in that news channel. And of course, a thank you to PC Gamer, Polygon, and Rock Paper Shotgun for providing all the articles discussed tonight. As far as just so you know, we got a couple things to hit. First and foremost, Crocs and Hot Pockets is officially on Spotify. I know it's been 2.5 years, and I said I would do it, and I never did. But Spotify really made it very easy for me, and I couldn't say no. So if you guys are Spotify listeners and you prefer to listen to your podcast on Spotify, you can search and subscribe to the podcast there, and get your goodness to your ears the way that you please. Steam VR introduces motion smoothing. And so this is a new feature that is currently in beta that is baked into the beta of Steam VR. So if you do want to get access to motion smoothing, you need to opt into betas in Steam VR. Mr. 42 gave this a try earlier this week and reported 90 frames per second, which is kind of like the minimum you want to have for VR in both Fallout 4 and The Forest. I don't know how many of you guys in chat have played Fallout 4 VR, but as far as performance, it wasn't the greatest. And that
game is fucking huge.
Yeah, absolutely massive. And I'm sure if anybody here has watched any of The Forest gameplay or streams of mine, you know that it doesn't perform that great either. So the fact that that game is now running at 90 FPS is awesome. So motion smoothing, give it a shot. If you are on a low-end GPU, apparently this is something that helps out the budget GPUs with VR. So just opt into the beta and give it a try.
Now, are you losing any like image quality on that?
I don't know. 42 didn't mention anything about it. I would assume probably a little bit. It's probably not. It could be quality. It could just be that the super sampling is turned down, or just, I really don't know. That'd be a good question to ask Mr. 42. 42, post that shit in Discord when you hear this podcast, okay? You fuck?
Yeah.
Battle Royale game SOS closing down in November. Do any of you guys remember that game?
Yeah.
The crazy thing about this is that this game was so dead that I didn't even I didn't even hear about this game closing until today when I was looking through news articles. And I think that this published like a week ago, not a peep was heard. And apparently the average concurrent players, I'm sorry, those are the same things. Concurrent players for the past couple months since May has been in the double digits. So that game hardcore died.
Just the fucking devs.
Pretty much. Devs and testers.
Yeah.
So I know, like, when this game first came out, it was pretty cool. I think it averaged, a couple thousand viewers here and there. It was
wait. It's called SOS?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of streamers played it.
I never even heard of it, but I don't really play Battle Royale games, so
It was a lot. That one had crafting in it, right?
Yes, I believe so. It was based around the premise that it was a game show and that there was like audience interaction,
right,
and like everybody was playing a character. It really encouraged kind of role play, and it made for great entertainment, but it just didn't stick with anybody.
Well, the fucking problem is right now there's only 2 players, and for the longest time there's 3 players now, but for the longest time there was only 2. Like, it was only H1, or it was only PUBG and Fortnite, and then the amount of fucking hype around the new Call of Duty BR is fucking insane. And that game, like, everybody says it's fucking amazing. I haven't had a chance to play shit, so I'm not gonna buy it yet, but I've been watching a shitload of that game.
It's does really well from a spectator standpoint. It's fun. The fact that it has 3 playable game modes, that was probably the smartest thing that they could have done. I know that there were a lot of people who were expecting and had a desire for a single player campaign, but they really just probably needed to sit down and say, look, we need to define ourselves again and come out with a badass motherfucking game that has multiple multiplayer modes. Because, like, if you think about it, if you have PUBG and then if you have H1Z1 Just Survive and then H1Z1 Battle Royale, they say, okay, well, I'm sick of Battle Royale. Well, I'm just going to jump over to Survive. You got to change games. You got to change categories. This way, it's all self-contained. You stay within that large bubble, and that was fucking smart. And I haven't played too much, and I'll be honest, I haven't discussed Call of Duty with a lot of people, but the general consensus is all of the game modes run pretty good with an exception of a couple bugs. So seems like it's doing pretty fucking good there, bud.
Yeah, I've seen like the parachute bugs and shit where people can just constantly open up their glider suits and just like it makes you travel like 3 times as fast as people who are running.
Right.
I mean, shit, I saw Shroud was doing that shit on stream the other day, knowing it was a glitch.
Really?
He's like, yeah, they're gonna fucking patch it like tomorrow anyways, because that's what I've heard the most about is that the bugs have been like 4 or 5 days tops and they're getting fucking smashed.
Wow. See, they are looking at these other companies and going, these are the mistakes that we cannot afford to make. And they're taking care of business. And I appreciate that about them.
Agreed.
'Cause
That's what fucked over H1Z1. They stopped listening to their fucking community and started doing a bunch of dumbass shit. And then their games started running like garbage.
Every time I see PUBG releasing a new update, 3 days later, I see update has been pulled due to critical errors or critical crashes. It's like this.
It's like Ark back in the day.
Oh my God, it's so bad. And I know that they're working with a terrible base game because it's not the game engine, because there's plenty of games that run on the engine that are just fine. It's the coding and the optimization of everything after the fact. Again, not a developer, but if somebody's running a good game on the engine, it's probably possible. But I was just looking at Steam charts lately, and PUBG has had a steady decline in concurrent players since January. So every month since January, it's been going down. But just within the past month, we've seen a dip of about 100,000 players.
Good.
So it's actually holding up better than I thought it was going to, especially right at the release of COD. So I'm actually kind of sort of surprised. But like right now on a Sunday evening where it's what, 650 on the West Coast, there's only 150,000 people playing. Usually that number is way higher. But I don't know. It could be a multitude of things. I thought that Call of Duty was just going to swoop all of the people from pub, but it seems like a lot of people are hanging on.
Well, and that might change once they get some of these bugs worked out to where it's not like people know certain things that's unfair advantage. Because it seems to me like I watch games and it's just like if people are good at this game, they're just shredding.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the same players that have always been good at every other BR game are just shredding this game. So I don't know if it's almost like the hitboxes might be too large or maybe the accuracy is tweaked up too much. So we'll see what happens, because you know they're going to make all kinds of nerfs and fucking they'll boost other aspects of the game and they'll change the loot tables and they'll do all that stupid shit every other fucking game does.
Yep. I was watching, Weenie and I were watching Summit play Search and Destroy. And for those unaware, Search and Destroy is the like 5v5, like Counter-Strike, like CSGO style, where once you die, you're dead for the round and then you reboot. And he was fucking slaying bitches. He was going insane. And it was good to see. It was good to see Summit finding love in a game, especially because, you know, he's the type of guy that gets sick of BR after a certain amount of time. He's not like Shroud or Doc or Ninja where that's all they play all the time, no matter what. And it's good to see him interested and happy playing a game that he can bounce around to multiplayer like Deathmatch or Search and Destroy or Zombies. Because I like seeing Summit happy. I don't even know the guy. I've never met him, but I feel like that dude is like my older brother. And I care about what's going on in his life. And when I see him down, like I get down. I just have this weird like brotherly connection to Summit. And it's just good to see him happy again. Last but not least on the Just So You Knows, even though we're not supposed to talk about these, but fuck it. So as streamers probably know, there is a bot that hangs out in chat called Commander Root. This is a person who used to be a streamer, doesn't stream anymore, but he uses his account to sit in people's chats and collect metadata. And he tweeted out some interesting, every year he tweets out some statistics. And so he tweeted out, I just noticed it's been over a year since my last stats tweet. Here's an update on the current affiliate and partner numbers. There are currently over 372,000 affiliates and over 32,000 partners on Twitch. 6,400 affiliates got partnered and 695 left the affiliate program. Now, going back to the analytics that were posted earlier this year, I am pretty sure that it said 3.2 accounts go live on Twitch every single day. So 300,000. So let's do a quick calculadora. Oh my God, the calculator is huge. Jesus Christ. 6,400 divided by 372,000. So that means 0.01% or 0.02 if you round up are affiliates. And even less. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I fucked that up. Oh God, I fucked that up so hard. 32000. Nope. 370,000 divided by 3 million. 11%. So 11% of the people that go live on Twitch are affiliates, and 0.1% or 0.2% if you round up are partners. That is insane. That is such a small fucking amount.
Yes. Paperwork sucks. That's all that is, dude.
Right.
That's all that is. Because they don't give a fuck. They've proven that they'll partner just about, like, there's a lot of people that are partnered that everybody just looks out in the world and it's just like, why?
Agreed.
They just fucking make money.
That is... I thought that there would be more affiliates. Out of the 3.2 million people that stream on Twitch, I thought that there would be more. But yeah, I just thought that was an interesting stat.
I'd be willing to bet money that they're going to change the... they're going to set the bar for affiliate even lower.
You think so?
Year. I do think so.
Do you think they're going to do the same for partnership?
I don't know about that, but I would imagine that they might change a few things to set it a little bit lower for affiliate.
They're making a shitload more money off of the affiliates than they are off of the partners.
Yeah. So,
just period.
Yeah. So, and when you think they have that many, and if you look at, like, they had a little pie chart where it shows like the accumulated subs for affiliated channels, and like, I imagine, of course, partner channels have more subs generally than most affiliate channels. However, there's just so many more affiliates than partners that they're probably raking in money hand over fist.
Yeah, I guarantee you they are making way more off of their affiliates than they, like, as a total amount of money. They're making way more off their affiliates. There's probably
it's just because of volume, though. It's not.
Yeah, it's probably 5 or 6 streamers out there that are, like, absolutely coveted, can do whatever the fuck they want, pretty much, and get away with it. And then I bet that number goes way down as you go down the list.
Yeah, there are 11 times more affiliates than there are partners. That's pretty massive.
Yeah.
The only reason I say that is because as Twitch gets bigger and bigger, it's gonna be more and more difficult to attain those viewership numbers right away, because of so many people are streaming.
Right.
But I mean, I definitely agree with you there, but I have, like, there's also the user base of Twitch has gone up immensely.
Oh yeah,
over the last couple of years as well.
But the majority of that user base is going to be funneled toward the top of the games category. I mean, it's not like people are going to scroll, because think about it now.
But that trickles down eventually.
okay. Well, if you look at the top of like a popular game, which there's a lot of popular games, right? But like, if you look at the top of the list of a popular game, like let's just say Fortnite, for example, how many people are streaming Fortnite at any given moment?
Shitloads.
I think
Like thousands?
Yeah, 3,000 to 6,000.
So, I mean, and now that's on you. If you're just starting to stream and Fortnite's the game you chose to stream, well, good luck to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's just
seriously.
you gotta. I get that that's the game you want to play. You love it, but it's such a saturated game that why
That's jumping into a lifeboat when you know it has a hole in it.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah.
Like, you have to be the best motherfucker at this game.
You better be pretty damn awesome.
You have
for
to
you
be
to
like
do
top
that.
10 in the world.
But even at that time, like even if you're that good, how are you getting found?
Yeah, because you're at the bottom.
YouTube videos. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, ever since Tim the Tapman started posting daily videos of Fortnite clips, like his YouTube channel has blown up. He's got like 48,000 subs or some shit right now, 50,000 subs. That's crazy. That's fucking insane.
One thing I wanted to point out that I noticed, Tim, I don't know for a fact because I don't watch all game categories, so I don't know the numbers, but I am pretty sure that Tim is now, or kind of behind Shroud now, either the second or third biggest streamer on Twitch. He's usually averaging in between 20 and 40,000 viewers a stream now.
I would definitely say he's top 5 for sure.
Is he really?
Shroud, with Call of Duty releasing, Shroud has been hitting 50, like consistently, 50,000 viewers. But yeah, before Call of Duty came out, with Fortnite still being as big as it is, Shroud and Doc and Summit, they were all playing like other games. Sometimes dabbling in Fortnite, still trying to play PUBG, Ring of Elysium. And so Fortnite was still on top. But yeah, Tim is definitely top 5 streamers, I would say right now.
And that's like, he went away from the whole I'm just gonna play Fortnite all the time thing too. So he's playing WoW and Overwatch, and he's been playing a lot of different shit. He's been playing Blackout too. So it's like, it's been interesting to see how the numbers work.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's definitely played both sides of the coin. He's a really good streamer. He's fucking hilarious, but he's pretty much always been a sole game focused person.
Yep.
So like, he'll just play the shit out of Overwatch for fucking like 8 months straight, and that's all he fucking does. And then it's Fortnite. So it's nice to see him switching it up and playing different shit.
Yep. I totally fucking forgot to say my point. But the point was, Tim, the second or third biggest streamer on Twitch right now, still posts to Instagram every single time he's live. And every time he has a YouTube video, he posts it to Instagram and Twitter. The dude is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, and he's still playing that social media game. Take some fucking notes, guys, because that is how you continue to stay on top, and not by getting lazy.
Well, and he took that advice from fucking Ninja too.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja posts a shitload of all his clips, all his shit goes on fucking Instagram.
Yep.
And he contributes that being, especially because it was the connection that got him to Drake.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely contributes Instagram as one of the foundation of like his entire fan base. Like shitloads of people watch him on Instagram.
Yep.
It's insane.
Yep. All right. Twitch adpocalypse. Remind me to ask Jimbo a question when he gets back, because he ran before I could ask him. So the newest ad protocol has officially been rolled out to Twitch, where Twitch Turbo is now back on the lineup. Having Twitch Prime does not make you eligible for ad-free viewing across Twitch. And the last part, which I still have yet to find a definitive answer for, is whether or not subscribing to a channel with a normal sub removes ads, and whether it is dependent on whether the partnered streamer has ads on or off. Referencing the official Twitch blog regarding the changes that were coming to Twitch Prime and the revival of Twitch Turbo, it says in plain white text that the only way to get ad-free viewing on Twitch is to either purchase Twitch Turbo or use your Twitch Prime on a single channel, and then you will receive no ads for that channel. I haven't really tested this. I haven't really gone looking, and I've asked on Twitter so many times, and some people say, yeah, you know, you don't get any ads if you sub, and then some people say, no, I don't, or yes, I have, no, I don't, you know, both sides of the coin. So I'm not really sure which one it is. And there's been issues lately where Twitch is saying that when you host or raid another channel, everybody who joins in on that raid is not supposed to see ads. And I also don't know if you host or if you raid, if one or the other gives you different outcomes, because I would assume, like, if I was just to think of like how Twitch would want to do things, I would assume that they would want to raid people instead of host people. But I don't know if one gives you ads over the other. So a lot of people on the internet reporting that hosting or raiding another channel gives everybody ads. And by
I could see how they're money wise, they would want, if you host, there to be an ad.
Right.
It's like that wasn't you taking an audience and putting them somewhere else. That could just be, like in my case, auto hosting and all that other shit where you're just gonna pop up on their shit for you hosting them,
right,
and then forcing you to go the raid route, because then you're shifting viewership around. Like, I guarantee you, I'm definitely one of these people. If I open up Twitch and I don't really see anything that I like, any of the people I follow live, I'll just turn that shit off. Like, this is keeping people on the platform, so they're probably trying to go towards that raid.
Okay.
Instead of going with the hosts.
It's still crazy to me how many people still host instead of raid. It's a lot of people. I would say half the people that send their channel over host to raid. I would say at least 50%.
I wonder if it's more of like I don't know, like you don't want to fucking.
It's two things.
You
One,
don't want to put your people on you.
Right. It's two things. It's one, hosts always look bigger than raids because hosts count idle people. They can count
anybody
bots.
Who's pretty much been in the fucking chat that night.
And so therefore your host looks bigger, and people, of course, it's like a self-conscious thing. Like, I don't want to give out shitty hosts.
Fucking dick measuring contest.
Right. Even though it's the act that matters and not the number. And then the second thing being, if you host somebody, everybody just watches the content that is placed in the channel that you are already in. So you don't leave. So if I host somebody, you don't leave my chat. You don't leave my channel. Their video is just posted on me. But if you raid somebody, you are forcing everyone that's in your chat to go into their chat, excluding all of the bots and people who opt out of raids. So, and what people are promoting is, hey, if you're going for a partner push or you're like trying to really bump up your numbers, don't raid people, host, because then people are going to be forced out of your channel, and that's less of a chance that people will come back if they got pushed out. And so it's like, I find it odd and dumb that Twitch still has both around. You know, the only reason, like with the release of raids, the only reasons hosts should exist are for people who aren't live, and they just want
hosts or something.
Right, exactly. There's no reason for hosts to be around anymore. So
I don't know. I have a slightly different view of that, sir.
Go for it.
I usually raid, like probably 9 times out of 10. If I finish a stream, I use the raid command. But there are times where I've got to finish, and I'm tired. I'm finishing the stream, and I just host and head on over. It's not like, or you know, it's not really about. I don't know. Like, I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't care about I don't even know what my numbers are when I do it or not, you know, but
what's the time? I don't understand. what's the time difference between hosting and raiding?
No, because like the raid setup is like, all right, we're gonna go raid this channel. Well, here's the raid command, here's this or that. Usually it's like, all right, I gotta end stream. Hey, I'm gonna host this person up. Adios. You guys have a good night. That's all. You know what I mean? It's just a hey, I'm going right now because I've got to get off.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, where I'm not even saying anything really in the other person's channel.
Okay.
I'm just getting off my computer.
But
if I raid someone, I want to be there to talk in their channel. If I host someone, it's usually I'll host them up, but I'm not even talking at all in their channel. I host and then I have to get away from my computer.
Raiding is for the people I care about. Hosting are the people I don't care enough to talk to.
That's not true, because I've hosted you after a stream and not been talking in your channel.
I am right.
It's just there are times where I have to. Well, you're about to experience it, dude. The getting up early and whatever. There are times where I have been streaming during the week and I got to go work the next day, and I realize I've already gone beyond what I was supposed to stream. I just got to go to bed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'll hit the host up, and then I go. I just turn off my.
Okay, so
Waking up early sucks.
I understand that, but what instilled the premise in your brain that raids mean that I have to go in and interact, and that hosts mean there's no
I think
reason?
it's the premise is it's just the setup in my brain. Like, all right, here's the raid call. Here's the all that. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm just trying to explain, and I agree. I think that it certainly is, and that's and like I said, 9 times out of 10, I do raid.
Right.
But if I know I'm up late and I got to get up, I usually just host because I'm ending the stream right now. I'm not doing the little raid message, all that stuff. I just host and then I go.
Okay.
That's what I mean by
Roger. Yeah, so I understand that reasoning, but like functionality wise, they both do the exact same thing. But like you, there's like everyone has like these reasons why they pick one over the other.
Right.
And all in all, it makes things confusing. It makes people have to have 2 alerts, customized and maintained for both of them. So it creates more work for the streamer. I just sort of kind of wish they would just make it so if you're live, you raid, and if you're not live, you host. And
I got you.
Right.
No, and I don't think that's a bad thing. And I'm starting to come around and see it more from your point of view. And like I said, most of the time it is a raid, and I'll take that extra time. But it's true, man. I freaking when you're getting up early in the morning and shit, I gotta go to bed now, that's where it just turns into that, because I feel terrible by raiding someone and I'm not even there to interact. You know what I mean? Well, like
for me, if I know that I have to go, I raid and then I'm just like, sorry, gotta go, peace. And then I never feel bad, because like the good deed is already done. You're not, you don't have to stick around. There's no requirement for you to stick around and hang out, but
I know there's not a requirement.
But you're a good guy and it hurts you. It hurts you inside.
I feel bad. I have these feelings, man.
It's okay. I understand.
Well, eventually they'll just get rid of hosts altogether, and then you won't have to have those feelings.
They may. And then we'll have no feelings.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's like I said, like it's keeping people on the platform. There's plenty of people that like they watch the people they watch, and that's it. When they go offline, they just turn fucking shit off.
Yep.
Like I find myself less and less nowadays seeking out new content, like new content creators, I guess.
This is totally off topic, but you just mentioned it. I was fortunate enough. I know we've talked about him on stream, but I've never watched one of his streams before, and I know you guys did. And it wasn't until one of my mods tweeted about him. I finally, for like a week ago, I watched Kit Boga for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that dude is awesome. Awesome. He's doing God's work too.
Dude,
God's work.
We were watching him the other day, and it was a rerun. First rerun that I've ever watched. But apparently he just had a kid, so he was throwing up reruns for a week. But he made a call into a center, talked to a guy, got scammed, and then got the phone number of the guy, and he was posing as a woman. And then he called her after hours from his house, and they spoke for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and he played him the entire time, eventually came clean. But the dude was like saying all these things about his life and how like the job is just a job. He's just to make money, but was still so convinced that he was not scamming people and was like still playing the character. It was the most 2 interesting hours I've had on Twitch in like a really long time.
That guy's gonna end up working for like the FBI or some shit.
For real.
Yeah, he's got a real talent. He's good. He's good.
All right, Jimbo, the thing I wanted to, and this was the thing I was going to remind myself about regarding the growth of Twitch, both on the streamer and the viewer side. Just for reference, looking at Ninja's numbers, I remember something just fucking flew across my.
It was me getting rid of comments.
Oh my. Actually, I can't even see the comments because I have my window shrunk. Was it anything important?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It was about reminding Jimbo.
Oh, nice. So just looking at like Ninja subs, when Fortnite blew up and the huge like Twitch Prime boom came in, I think his peak was 260,000 subs and around 150 plus concurrent viewers. Now, last time I looked, Ninja was at around 70,000 subs and kind of averages, again, still up like 50 to 100,000 viewers. But when you look at what he peaked at and you think about, okay, how many of those people were just there for the Fortnite skins and they don't play Fortnite anymore, or maybe mommy took it away, or maybe dad smashed their Xbox, like you never fucking know. But when you think about all of the people who have explored other broadcasters, explored other games, explored other categories, I can't wait for the 2018 Twitch in review stats, because you know they're going to have some shit dedicated to Fortnite, like how many viewers, how many streamers, and I cannot wait to see the stats, because I want to see them in comparison to big events like Super Bowl and Rose Bowl and like NBA Finals and all that shit, because you know that the numbers, like concurrent viewers, are going to blow all of those professional sports out of the water. And I'm just infatuated by numbers sometimes, because like when you're in it, it's hard to like kind of pay attention, but then when you hear about the stuff all after it's all said and done, it's super interesting to me. Jimbo, when we started talking about like the adpocalypse regarding Twitch Turbo being the only way you can get site-wide ads, have you subscribed to Twitch Turbo, and have you been like face fucked by ads as of lately?
I have not subscribed, although I think my Twitch subscription, or not my Twitch subscription, my Amazon Prime subscription renews next month. So I don't know if that has anything to do. I haven't seen any ads. Like, I haven't seen any.
So it was like 4 days ago is when Twitch Prime officially stopped being ad free, and Twitch Turbo needing to be purchased. So if you don't have Turbo, you know, going into some places could get you some ads, but it doesn't seem like it's uniform for everybody. It seems like some people still don't have a problem, and then other people do.
But then again, 95% of the content I watch on Twitch,
people you're sub
pretty
to.
Much 95% is I'm sub to. So I mean, shoot. I mean, I'm not gonna. But I think the only one I've done recently was Kit Boga. Actually, I'm not sub to him. I haven't seen any ads going to his channel. So,
have you seen?
He's a big time streamer.
There's somebody blowing up right now. Her name is Anita. She has Tourette's and she's currently streaming, and it is fucking hilarious. It is awesome. I think she's either British or the fuck was that?
Is that a chair?
Was that a chair squeaking? That sounded like a child in the distance.
I didn't hear a kid.
Just a squeak. I thought it was your chair.
It might have been my chair. I don't fucking know.
That was such a weird
I
noise.
was like typing at the same time. So
it was like a child began to scream and then had their mouth covered up. It was very unnerving. Thinks she might be Australian. My bad. They totally don't sound the same. So yeah, but hilarious. It is so difficult to get out there and watch people. Just time wise, not even like taking the fact that I'm trying to find content that I'm interested in, because I don't watch any small streamers play battle royale games ever. I don't. I have no interest in watching just other people play it. The only time I tolerate watching battle royale is if I'm watching Tim, or if I'm watching Doc, or if I'm watching Summit, because I can watch them play anything. Not everybody has that luxury, and that's just a personal preference on my end. You know, that says nothing about the streamer themselves, but it's hard to find time, man, just to not even just like to watch, but to try and even interact in somebody else's community when you're trying to fucking make your own. Streaming is a full-time job, but when I say that, I don't mean just being live. Just being in the space is a full-time job.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, especially as much as like, I don't want to say the politics of Twitch, but like with the spotlight growing like just a little bit every day on Twitch, especially when you got these guys like Ninja and Doc, like Ninja making all the news because of the money aspect, Doc with his personal life getting involved, kind of it's the same issue that happens with YouTubers. Like the spotlight is shown way more on the fucking douchebags and the shit, that kind of off stream stuff, with especially with YouTubers. Like anything happens in their real day-to-day life, it's just a clusterfuck. And then like all the good people of the platforms are just kind of pushed to the side because of the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like I honestly think there's so many people on Twitch that shouldn't be on Twitch anymore. Like, why the fuck are these people that have been banned multiple times still on there? And the only thing that comes to my mind is money. Just cash.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but have either of you watched any of that Shane Dawson, Jake Paul series on YouTube?
I watched the first 2 episodes.
No.
I haven't watched the rest. I don't give a fuck enough about him.
Okay, so aside from the content itself, what did you think about the production, the storytelling, and the way that it was made?
If it wasn't for the music, I think I'd like it.
The dramatization.
So over fucking dramatic. It is so 1999. Like, dumbass Dawson's Creek shit. Like, what the fuck was he thinking?
Shane Dawson's Creek.
Like that, he has been memed the fuck up on Reddit these last couple weeks,
yeah,
because of this dumb shit. Like he's like contradicting himself with his own music.
Right.
Like, talking about how in his apology for the Suicide Forest shit, like his brother was like crying in a stairwell in Tokyo with fucking sad music in the background to make you feel bad for him or whatever, and then he's doing the same shit through his entire fucking video.
And it's not just his life or his videos that are like that. That's his life. It's just like, just dramatic.
Yeah, like I don't want to. Oddly enough, my wife used to watch Shane Dawson back in the day.
Okay.
And hasn't in a few years. And I pointed her to that video because I never watched him, regardless of the fact that he's like a 12 million views a video kind of channel.
Yep.
Like, I never really watched him because I didn't give a fuck. A lot of his content, I just didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
But when this came out, it was so big.
Massive.
Like, the fucking press, even bad press beforehand, everybody was like, fuck it.
I'm pretty sure that series has grossed over 100 million views as a total.
Yeah.
Insane.
Guaranteed. Like, who gives a fuck?
Right. But in watching that, the amount of paparazzi, like TMZ level paparazzi that would follow these YouTube stars around, I was like, oh my God, this is fucking Hollywood. It's not even mini Hollywood anymore. It is actual Hollywood. What the fuck is going on?
You see where these motherfuckers live. They stopped, like, Yeah, the Pauls lived right on a street corner like a bunch of fucking morons, but like what was it? FaZe Clan, they fucking live in a gated community.
Yep.
In a giant mansion, and like they got fucking guards at the gate and shit. You gotta buzz people in, all that stuff. Like
Cloud Gang.
That's just the way it's gonna be. That all comes with money.
Right.
Like you start talking about millions of dollars a month. You're fucking like, you need a gate. You need people. You need people for shit.
Y'all need a motherfucking gate.
You ain't going out and getting Dairy Queen no more. You are sending somebody out to Dairy Queen and getting that shit for you.
Yep. God.
That shit would suck.
Yeah.
I just want to be rich. I don't want to be famous at all.
You don't go to Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen comes to you.
Speaking of, I'm just going to go ahead and put this out here for the world. If you haven't bought a Mega Millions ticket for this Tuesday's drawing, go get one. Estimated $1.6 billion jackpot. Cash option $903 million fucking dollars.
I don't want the curse that comes with that money.
Life ending kind of money, dude.
Yeah,
Life
literally.
ending.
Yeah, like suicide life ending from having that type of money. I don't want the curse that comes with that money, man.
I'm all about the curse. Give me the curse. Give me
All
that
right.
curse.
How about if you get the curse, you can just, throw me a little something,
Yeah. If I get the curse, this podcast is taking it up a notch. Like, we're just going to be in studio wearing suits for no fucking reason.
But we're all going to be in individual SpaceX rockets.
It's a podcast from Tesla Roadsters doing 230 miles an hour.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
fuck it. Yeah, I'm all about it. I would just buy like an entire island.
Yes. Shaped
Build
like a
everything out of
beard.
concrete so you could survive fucking hurricanes, and then fuck it. Like, we're just gonna live.
We're going to live in podcasts, motherfucker. All right. Our last topic of the night. Discord, Nitro prices, and privacy concerns. So first and foremost, Discord Nitro is going up from $9.99 from $4.99 with Nitro Classic still being available. So Discord's changing. And there are a couple things that I want to talk about regarding this topic. One being, I was totally sad when I heard that the $5 plan was going to $10 because, like Twitch Prime, I don't give a shit about any of the free games. That's not why I have Twitch Prime. Because free games doesn't matter to me because I don't play them. I have a backlog of games that I purchased that I would like to play. That, and 80% of them, anecdotally, I don't give a shit about. Like, they're just games I never would have played. So it's like, yeah, hey, you're getting $900 worth of games. You're right. I'm getting $900 worth of games that I'm never going to fucking play. So it doesn't really matter. So this whole, like, I don't know if this works on some people, but like, hey, yeah, we're going to give you an insane amount of money or insane amount of value of things that you don't give a shit about. And
value.
Right. Value. Like, oh, because it's free, it all of a sudden has value. So I don't give a shit about free games. The other thing I don't really give a shit about is their data collection. So I was reading on Reddit a couple days ago, and I saw a thread on Reddit regarding Discord and how there was this large terms of service change. And I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know all of the ins and outs of this. But in summary, what this pretty much says is, if there's ever a situation where Discord leaks or gets hacked and leaks all of your information, you cannot sue Discord. And that is pretty much the terms of service change that they are making. It has some words like arbitrary, truism, something legal bullshit that I don't understand. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer. But that's basically what's happening is if something happens, you cannot sue Discord. And also, if you sue Discord, It's handled in a different way than a normal company would get sued, to where you actually have to be in person in San Francisco in order to sue them. But it's something along those lines. Okay, you're losing a little bit of your rights. If you want,
well, it takes away the possibility of class action lawsuits.
yes. If you want the full spiel, click the link in chat. Give it a look. The links to this will also be in the show notes on the podcast and on YouTube. So this was alarming for a lot of people. Even if you take away something that most people don't care about, people still freak out. It's like the kids who have two toys, and if you take away one of them, even though if it's not their favorite toy, you're still taking it away. But for a lot of people, this shit matters. And the one other thing that I wanted to touch on that wasn't necessarily outlined in this article is how much data that Discord collects. And I just wanted to reiterate that whenever you use a piece of software in 2018, 2019, 2020,
really, but we're just now getting there.
Right. If the software is free, you are the product. Okay. Nothing is free. You are giving up something. So with that said,
fucking men, brother.
I want to give you a little piece of what Discord collects. And again, I have an extended list of everything that they collect in the show notes, but just to skim over the important things. Username, ID, email, avatar, friends list, connections, APIs like Steam, Blizzard, Twitch, YouTube, all those connections. Friends, notes, settings, notification settings, and API connections. IP address, encrypted credit card info, all PMs in plain text are documented. Let me repeat that for you. Every single letter, number, symbol that you send in Discord and in private messages are all logged.
Keep your fucking nudes off of Discord.
Exactly. Those not safe for work channels that you think you're just sharing your little anime fetishes. No, Trump's seeing it, bitch.
Your little Bowsette fetish.
We all know you're looking at Jessica Negri, motherfuckers. And lastly, details on every server you have ever joined.
That's fucking crazy.
Right. And it's not just the server you joined. It's when you joined, how long you were there. Were you kicked? Did you leave willingly? Were you banned? So keep this shit in mind for every piece of software that you use in the future. At minimum, if the software is free, you are the product. You are not the user. And they are using you most of the time for your information, your personal information, your data, so that they can sell it to investors and advertisers and things
Plus
of
the
the like.
ads they're already showing you all the time.
Right.
Which in Discord hasn't been the case, but
right. Which I assume is why they have a paid subscription plan, is they're trying to keep ads off. If they were to put ads, I guarantee people would fucking jump ship. TeamSpeak doesn't have ads. Mumble doesn't have ads.
I mean, depends on what you're trying to do.
Right.
I think Discord's really cemented their spot.
But
like, TeamSpeak for a big server and good audio quality, you have to fucking rent that shit yourself. Like, if you don't already have game servers, like I still have VirtualBox. Like I have a virtual dedicated server, and I could throw one up for free. That's not that big a deal. But like, if you aren't already into that shit, you have to pay, even if it is a couple bucks a month.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to pay for quality regardless.
Right.
So it just depends on how loyal you are to certain companies.
Do either of you care about all of this information being collected and sold?
Yeah.
I mean, do I care? Sure, but I mean, it's the reality. I mean, it's no different than having any sort of social media account or whatever. I mean,
Agreed.
It's you just have to be aware that what you put out there and the way you use that piece of software, it's gonna be collected. I mean, if you don't know that, then well, you might have a bad day someday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that it's everything nowadays collects data. Everything.
Yep.
at any chance that anybody can ever get. Like, that's why every time you go to a register, you've got a shop, some type of discount card involved, no matter what the fucking business. Like, you go to GameStop, they got a card.
Mm-hmm.
You go to fucking Best Buy, they have a card. You go
Kohl's
anywhere,
Cash?
and not a paid for card, a fucking free, here's some coupons card. But guess what? They're tracking all your buying habits. They're putting ads towards you that are geared towards you. Like, big data is here, and it's not going anywhere. So unless you want to fucking pull the plug and stay the fuck off the internet and have no smartphone for the rest of your life and live in the fucking woods, it's a fact of fucking life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if you live overseas. Like, if you live in London, every moment of your life is on videotape, much less fucking people stealing what size fucking underwear you're buying from fucking Kohl's.com. Like, who gives a shit?
And
nowadays, like, I honestly, as much as I hate it, I honestly think that privacy is just a thing of the past, man.
oh, absolutely. And even it's not even just the fact that everybody is tracking us. It's that everybody has a camera. They either have a digital camera or they have a cell phone or they have security cameras. Every person has some sort of camera if you're in a first world country. And whether
Skynet, dude.
Right. And whether it's intentional or not, everything's fucking documented. There's just no way around it.
Black Mirror, that shit's real.
Dude, okay. I've been watching that show. Oh my God.
It scares you. It's like the first time I watched Mr. Robot.
That show definitely, but it's a great show, but man, it is scary because you're like, damn, this is kind of hitting close to home.
Mm-hmm. That's probably one of my favorite shows of all time now. I fucking love that show.
Well, it's like a modern day Twilight Zone, basically.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Kind of.
And the one thing that I always see is like people like, man, I can't believe they're collecting all this info. Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to jump ship to another platform. As soon as that other platform that is then a little guy, you bet your ass. As soon as they become the big guy, they do the exact same thing. So
fuck yes.
Just know that if you're using any sort of social media app, Discord, Facebook, Instagram, your Google. If you have any Google account, you're being motherfucking tracked. But aside from all that, if you want to be able to opt out of this new Discord terms of service, you can send an email to arbitration-opt-out@discord.com and just say you would like to opt out. They're saying that there are no repercussions to opting out at this time. And it was crazy. They pushed this update and then had a 30-minute window, but they've now extended it to a 90-minute window or 90-day window that you have to opt out. So if that's something you're interested in, I'm trying to think of a scenario where I would want to sue Discord. And even if I did, would I have the funds to go out there and do it and actually sustain a lawsuit in another state?
Well, see, but that's why they did this.
Right.
If you limit the class action lawsuit, like these big corporations, especially in the US, like this is what I fucking hate about corporate America is these corporations have these crazy ass fucking laws and the ability to write these terms of service to where you're just fucking people over. Like, they know exactly why they put that clause in there. They know why they limited class action lawsuits. They know, like, everybody knows. It's really obvious. They're cheating the system so that nobody can ever touch them. Like, the only way, like, they leak some shit about you. Let's just say that's what it is.
They leak that you have a channel dedicated to Bowsette porn. And it gets in the hands of your employer.
Right.
And they call you in the office and they say, Salty, why are you looking at this filth? You're fired.
Exactly.
And then you say, okay, I'm going to sue Discord because they did this. And
and they literally just throw money at the fucking problem until it dies.
Yeah. Yeah. By now, who's gonna have more money at the end of the day?
Yeah.
They never said how many like Discord Nitro users they have. So I actually wonder.
Not if I win that Mega Millions jackpot, bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
Mega Millions jackpot of curses. No fucking thank you.
You can put all that demon on me. Put all the demons on me. I will take that $903 million.
I will probably drop
use.
$20 on some random numbers.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Salty Sam quote of 2018. Give me the demons.
Yeah, give me all those demons.
The odds are like
all that
astronomically not in your favor.
Oh,
but
absolutely not. But I will take those odds over no odds.
Exactly. I'll throw $20 on it.
Yeah, like you get 10 tickets. You might not win a goddamn thing. You lost $10. If you win, you're literally top 10 richest motherfucker in the world.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a joke. This isn't some like $10,000 fucking scratcher. This is $1.5 billion.
Wait a minute. Having $1 billion makes you in the top 10 richest people in the world?
Fuck yes.
Are you sure about that?
Well, maybe not top 10.
I was about to say.
Probably top 25. And I bet half that list is royalty.
I don't know about
talking about
that.
Single people, not companies, worth a bunch of money.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Richest people in the motherfucking world.
Curious, did you actually type motherfucking?
I did not. I erased it.
They can have them taxes too, by the way.
Also,
$906 million after taxes. I'm still coming out like over $500 million up. I'm straight. Who gives a fuck?
On the topic of rich assholes, fuck Amazon, USPS, and Amazon shipping services. My last 3 fucking packages have all been delayed, lost, and fucked up. And I try not to stress the little things in life. I do a pretty good job of maintaining a level head when it comes to little things that should bother me, and they don't. But when I get told that it is 2-day guaranteed shipping, and then an hour before the end of the second day, it's like, we lost your fucking package. I lose my fucking mind. I don't know what it is about technology getting shipped to my house, but when it does not get there on the day that it says it should, it boils my fucking
technology,
blood.
because we all know that if the longer it stays out, the better chance it's going to be broke when it fucking gets here.
Exactly. The more hands that fucking touch that shit, the larger of a chance. And just like, I ordered, here's my fucking dilemma, okay? I pre-ordered a keyboard on October 5th, and it said it would ship on the 12th. No, it said it would ship on the 8th. 8th came, it got pushed to the 12th. The 12th came, it got pushed to the 16th. The 16th came, it got pushed to the 23rd. I canceled that pre-order. I ordered that shit on Amazon Prime. And of course, that shit gets delayed by a couple days. I'm like, okay, I'll just cancel it and then I'll just get it in 2 days, on this other place. Nope, Amazon fucks me.
See, this is why you need to buy a lottery ticket, and then when you win that $900 million, you just pay somebody to go get that shit for you.
I guarantee the fucking shipping of that money coming to me would get motherfucking delayed. Like, it would take longer to get to me than it would any other human on the goddamn flat earth planet. Oh my God. And my past 3 packages, like 3 packages in a row, have just like, oh yeah. No, it says it ships and it'll say arriving today. And then like 8 p.m. on the dot, we don't know where your package is. And then the next day, it's like,
wait till fucking Christmas comes. It ain't even Christmas yet.
Oh my God.
It's going to be so fucked this year.
It's going to be terrible. And
my house is like that too, because these assholes, like my other house, the door I used all the time was on the side of the house, and it was also the easiest one for the mailman to get to. So they just set it there, and it was like out of the way. I didn't have to worry about motherfuckers like stealing shit off my porch. These fucking assholes now don't even bring it to my front door. Like, they leave it at my garage door. I might even be home. They don't even ring the doorbell. They don't even bother. Just fuck it. I've come out there thinking I didn't have a package, and the motherfuckers dropped it off like 8 o'clock at night.
Just right there.
And didn't even fucking hear them.
Now, Paul is challenging me on pre-ordering shit. When I say pre-ordering a keyboard, what I mean is that there is a retailer that only gets group shipments of this board. And in order to get your hands on one, you have to pre-order it before it gets there, so that because there's limited supply. The keyboard's been out for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or some shit. So it's like kind of pre-ordering. It's kind of not. I want this goddamn keyboard. So that's been weighing me down. I mean, I have like real problems in life, but for some reason, the failure of shipping, because you know that nobody gives a shit about the package getting to you on time. And this is when I started brainstorming the idea.
For you, the person buying it.
Right. You should not have to pay for shipping. If you are paying for anything more than free shipping, you should not have to pay for shipping until it is confirmed delivered at your house. If you pay for 2 days shipping and it gets there in 5 days, you still pay for 2 days shipping. It's the biggest fucking scam in the world.
Do you remember when Prime first came out and they wouldn't let you rate the shipping?
Yes.
On Amazon reviews?
Yes.
Like that shit pissed me off to no end because it was constantly late in the beginning.
So infuriating.
I live next to one of the biggest distribution warehouses in the country, and all their data centers are in Northern Virginia. So it's like, well, not all of them, but a shitload of them are in Northern Virginia. Jeff Bezos has a fucking house in DC.
It's just right there.
Yeah, well, he's just paying off politicians at every fucking turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, surprise, surprise. He's got a house like 2 houses down from the Obamas.
Surprise, motherfucker. And
like, just paying rent for motherfuckers. God damn it.
I thought that Amazon coming out with their own courier service was going to solve my USPS problems.
It would have. It fucking would have.
And now it is even worse. It's even fucking worse. And I didn't think that anything could be worse than USPS because our delivery person is the laziest, arrogant, biggest piece of... We have left that man candy in our mailbox for him, and he's taken it multiple times, and he still gives no shits. He'll
just leave a bag of dog shit in there.
That's what but I want to, but at the same time, I don't.
He's gonna be throwing every package of yours over that fucking gate into your porch.
I love how we have a porch with no gate, and it'll just be marked like can't access front door. Like, motherfucker, it's 2 concrete steps.
Wait, it's not even. There's no gate there.
Oh my god. So that's
your house is a little confusing just because of the placement.
Look, it's a house with a front door. You place the packages at the front door. Right?
Your house is like, I feel like both entrances could be considered main entrances.
They could. And what's weird about FedEx is that they open up my backyard gate and set shit on our rear deck sometimes.
I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of comfortable with that.
I am, but like, you don't know what's going on in somebody's backyard.
I got cameras and shit. I'm not worried about them. Closed network cameras, by the way, you fucking hackers out there. Firewalls and shit.
Firewall, motherfucker. All right. Any final points on Discord? Do either of you guys pay for Nitro?
Yes.
No.
I do.
Okay.
I got the little notification the other day. I went through the list of games. I mean, like you said, I don't see myself buying the $100 a year version when my shit expires in like March.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, what's it like? The people that had the classic version are good until 2020.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
So I will renew for the classic price. I think when it's up like next year. I think it still only cost me like $50.
Yeah.
No, because I was already buying it. So.
Prepaying for a year's worth of a software-based subscription. How did we let it get to this point?
Wait until you're paying Windows for that, bro.
Brother,
that shit's coming.
I have already made strides to abandon these computers as my everyday workhorse. I am so fucking fed up of the Windows ecosystem and being contained to this bullshit personal information selling, terrible software optimization life that I've contained myself to. You can call me a sheep. I don't give a shit. I refuse to work on Windows primarily. 2018 will be the last year that I work on Windows primarily because I Cannot
I'm
fucking stand
done.
it. I'm so done. I can't do it anymore, man. I'm so goddamn fed up. But that is a podcast and a half for me.
Yeah, I mean, they are not doing themselves any favors. They're totally just like everything else. I feel like everything we've talked about tonight is like the USPS is fucking trumped themselves. The fucking like they're not doing themselves any favors.
No.
Regardless of like, yes, the United States Postal Service could not and will never be able to handle Amazon's workload. Period. There's a reason like Amazon saved the U.S. Postal Service from bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
A nationally fucking like your tax paying dollars are paying for this agency was getting ready to go bankrupt. Just delivering you shitty fucking coupons you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
And still to this day, Amazon saved their ass and is saving their ass.
Just to put our USPS into perspective, our USPS office, we went in there an hour and a half before close, and they just leave the front desk and don't lock the front door. So we were literally in there with probably 8 other customers just sitting and waiting for somebody to come to the front desk like an hour before close. And then 15 minutes before close, that person showed up and goes, hey, I turned the lobby light off. We're not open. Like, there's nobody who can work the front desk. I'm like, how the fuck are we supposed to know that nobody can work the front desk? Like, you're open. Your hours say open. There's no sign that says, hey, nobody's here to work the desk. Please come back another time. It's just, I don't want to put all of the blame on them because it is apparent that they are understaffed and overworked. But
guaranteed.
But
guaranteed.
I pay $100 a year.
Their benefits now suck. Like,
yeah.
The United States Postal Service used to be one of the best jobs you could ever have because their pensions were fucking amazing and their benefits were pretty much paid for. Like, my buddy's mom still works for the post office to this day. She started working there when she was 18 years old. And I think she's turning 60 in 2 years. Like, full retirement. She could leave whenever the fuck she wants. She just does it because she likes it.
Yeah.
She just likes staying busy or whatever. But, like, she has full fucking pension. She pays jack shit for fucking benefits. Like, she's on the grandfathered in system.
Okay.
Isn't the same anymore. Speaking
of benefits, so this current job that I have is the first job that has ever offered a 401k. Does either of your companies or the people you work for match what you put away for 401k? Like, do you have decent 401k plans?
Yeah.
Okay, because the company that I work for, they match half up to 7%. So if I put $10 away every check, they'll throw in an additional 5. So I don't know if that's good compared to the average. I don't know if that's bad. And I hadn't really talked to anybody about it. But I'm probably planning on putting the max away to get matched as I can.
I think you should.
Free money. It's basically what it's being advertised as.
Yeah. Well, and like I said this when I think I was talking in chat the night you were talking about this when you just did like your chat stream.
Mm-hmm.
You were just chilling, looking at keyboards and shit. It's like, if they're willing to fucking match anything, you know, they've probably got some sort of 5-year vested program where you have to be there for 5 years or whatever to become vested. And then that money's yours, whether you work for them or not. Like, you might not be able to touch it right away, but like you go to buy your first ever house, you can get that money for less taxes and less penalties. You can take loans against that money. Like, it's really helped me over the years.
Is it common for people to use 401k money for things actually before retirement?
I mean, it is nowadays because
it sucks.
There's no other fucking way. Like, because of the rates being so terrible with personal loans, like some banks' personal loans interest rates are like 11%. And if you're trying to take out a shitload of money, like, that is a problem. I can take out a loan against my 401k, which I did when I bought this house. I took out a $40,000 loan and I just took it out for like, no, $20,000. I took out $20,000 loan. I had the fucking check in 3 days. I put the down payment on this house, and then I paid it back as soon as I sold my other house.
Okay.
But it's like 4%, and it's paid back into my own 401k.
Is that low or high?
That's low for a personal loan.
Okay.
Like, they didn't ask me no fucking questions. They just put $20,000 in my bank account and called it a fucking day.
Give me the demons.
Yeah, and they take it out of your check automatically.
Okay.
To pay it back. So it's like they outline it and everything, but
Okay.
yeah, it's sick.
Good shit. All right.
But if you just pull money out to pull money out, you're gonna get taxed and penalized out the ass.
Oh, because that only happens when you go to take it out.
Yeah, you have to be old enough to take it out. Period.
Interesting. We have I got a lot of learning to do because, like I said, this is the first job that's ever offered any sort of 401k or retirement plan. So I got some learning to do.
Yeah, dude. I mean, do your research. I used to be a lot more crazy about like looking directly at what funds I was putting my money towards and doing all that shit and reading through the books every year, but I don't think this economy has too much longer before we see something in the reverse direction. So all my shit is in safe mutual bonds. Like, I might only get 3% returns on my investments a year instead of the 10 or 12 I was getting putting it in stocks, but it's a consistent 3-4%.
Okay.
Instead of the chance that the economy collapses and my ass goes with it. Like, that shit happened to my parents. They lost like $100,000 overnight in 2008. And I'm not about that life.
Oh,
like,
God.
Whatever money I put in, I want to get that money back.
Right.
Period.
Any final points before we do the Q&A?
Let's
Do it.
Fuck yeah! Okay, first question comes from Snowguard. Be honest, who plays Pokemon in any iteration?
I played Pokemon Snap on N64 and I enjoyed that. And then I played
Fucking Todd.
I played Pokemon Yellow on Game Boy Color for a little bit. And then I played the Pokemon Go. That's the only Pokemon I've ever played. Ever.
I just like the old games. I can't keep up with the number of Pokemon there are nowadays. I watched probably 3 weeks of that marathon they've been having on Twitch, and then it got to the fucking seasons where I was probably 15 at that point and had nothing to do with Pokemon, and I don't even know what half these motherfuckers even are. So
There's a lot of them
you get
now.
past like Silver and Gold.
Yeah, there's like Pokemon Silver and Gold and Ruby and Sapphire and
Emerald,
fucking
Moon, and
Paprika, Pokemon Cinnamon, Pokemon like Pokemon everything.
They're just making shit up at this point. Like, they had to go back and find Pokemon that were already in Pokemon and just create other evolved forms.
Yeah.
Like, we're done here.
I
can't keep track. It was 100. I was surprised I could remember 151 of them.
Right. I haven't played I've played somebody else's DS as far as like a Pokemon goes, like just to check it out. But the last Pokemon I purchased and played with the intent of finishing was Silver. I also played Gold, and I'm actually going to be playing Pokemon Silver on stream probably, I think it's like 3 or 4 games from now. And I'm actually super pumped because the best part about Silver is that after you beat the first 8 badges, you actually go back into the region that Red and Blue is set in, and then you play all those over again. That's fucking awesome. That is how you do a goddamn sequel. You please the nostalgia junkies after you play the game that you want them to play. I remember when because back then, the only reason you got the only way you got insider information is YouTube, Google, Nintendo Power
Fucking,
magazines.
You want to go back like Game Informer.
Yeah, Cheat Codes 1000 books. When I was playing that game and I found out that I could go back, I think it's Kanto it's either Kanto or Janto. I can't fucking remember. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, you're going back to the original 8. I lost my shit. I was so goddamn excited. And so I'm pretty pumped to go back and play it. But I don't play Pokemon Go. I don't like playing games on my phone at all. So, but I might pick up the Pokemon that comes out for Switch. Probably not. I don't really know. I don't have a desire to play it, but I'm not against it.
Fucking put out a Pokemon game in VR.
I'd play that shit.
I'd play the dog shit out of that game. I would just fucking take a shitload of fucking motion sickness medicine and just play the fuck out of that.
I
first person VR Pokemon. You're just like walking through the woods.
Weenie is probably in the same boat as you, just meting up beyond belief, just to be able to throw Pokeballs at things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God.
Fucking Bonine, son.
I'd never see her again. Ever.
No, I mean, that's how I was with the original Pokemon. I was dead to the world on the old, big, fucking brick Game Boy with the green and black screen.
Woo!
Yeah, I never had any of the Game Boy Advances and shit until I was older.
Oh, okay.
So that's all I had was my dad's original fucking, like, 1992 Game Boy. Big gray fucker.
Next question from Paul Carey, kind of inspired by Jimmy's post on Discord, but I've seen a lot of streamers adding closed captions to their streams. What are your thoughts? A good thing or a possible annoyance?
Well, that's what's great about closed captions. You have the option to turn it off if you don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Open captioning is where it's just you have the captions. Closed captioning is where you can flip it on or off. So I think it's great. I wanted to do it because for two reasons. One, I have a mod of mine who he has some hearing issues, and I wanted to be able to make my streams. And I know he's not the only one who may watch my stream that has some hearing issues. Make it easier, but also I was planning on doing some streams in the future too, where I may not have my cam on or even using the face rig software. And I think having closed captions would help people like that. You know what I mean? So I'm looking into it right now, and I'm trying to research how the best way to do it. I don't really know the answer to that yet, but I will likely have closed captions in my stream before the end of 2018. That's my goal. So.
I mean, I could see closed captioning in any, like, that just opens up your viewer base. It makes you more, I don't know. I mean, eventually I'm sure it'll be something that's relatively common.
Yeah, you're basically, you're opening yourself up to a whole new group of people. And personally, I don't mean just people that are hard of hearing. I mean people that are watching without audio, people who are at work.
Also, sure, you could be at work and you can't have the audio on. So if you can know what's being said like and look up, that's great too.
Doctor's office TVs where they have the news on, but you can't fucking hear shit. Except for kids crying their ass off.
Now, coming from somebody who deeply cares about the aesthetic of a channel's layout, the thought of nonstop scrolling text on a screen for everybody makes me inclined to not do it. But if it was extension based where the user could turn it on and off, 100% all about it. And I would enable that in a heartbeat.
And
yeah. And that's what closed captioning is. Yeah.
Fucking Twitch should be doing that anyway. Like, that should already be built in. If somebody made a good extension, then that would be built right the fuck into every channel on Twitch.
It is built into Twitch. It is built into every channel. It's just you have to provide the link, the data to the stream data to what the broadcasting software is. But it is provided, like it's built into every single channel.
Okay.
So you just have to provide the data for the captioning to appear.
Okay.
And use whatever software you want to use to do it. So
next question comes from Bishop. How low/high do you think the bar is for affiliates? Are there too many workarounds to obtain the minimum requirement for viewership?
I don't think. Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say real quick, because I have no fucking horse in this race. I'm an affiliate. I have one sub. It's fucking G for Greg, because he wanted the emote and I don't ever stream. So I've always kind of felt like the affiliate program is a good step in the right direction. But I've streamed like 6 times in the past 2 years, and I'm an affiliate. So take it for what it's worth.
I think right now it might be considered too low, perhaps. I don't know. But it's no different than affiliate is a stepping stone. I mean, it's not like an end all. It just really depends on what you want to do with your stream. It's just like partner isn't an end. Like, you know, if I were to get partner one day, it's not like I go, well, I guess that's it. I'm done. I made it. You know, it's a stepping stone. And I think as Twitch gets larger and larger, it is going to be more and more difficult to get those to get affiliate. And I think that's one of the reasons why they initially did set it low. But I could see them even changing it. We were talking about this earlier. I could see them even changing it again. You know, perhaps. You know, but who knows? Who knows what'll happen? And I don't know if Twitch realized or if Amazon realized how much money this whole affiliate thing was going to make them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they did. They probably, who knows? They
I
got
think they did.
numbers,
I think
guys.
that was the whole design.
But I mean, they're making some money. They're making some money off of this. So,
I mean, especially originally when you have one emote and fucking you don't even have the extended follower badges. Like before they came out with badges and everything else, it's like they were just getting paid the same money that partners were getting paid, except for a higher percentage for jack shit. Like that's why I didn't understand why. I mean, it's good for the affiliates themselves, but that's why I never understood why it was the same price to subscribe to an affiliate as it was to subscribe to a partner.
yeah.
Like a
See, the
partner
biggest
has a shitload more to offer, and that's no offense to affiliates. It's just that's like what they're given from Twitch. The options they have are just crazy in comparison, and yet they cost the same money.
Yeah, that would be, and that's the reason I keep pushing is just I would love to be able to have my number one thing, quality settings for all my
Yes.
viewers.
And that should be an affiliate thing too.
Well, it is. I get
I
them
miss
sometimes,
that.
but I used to get them all the time, and now
Same.
I feel like I only get them like maybe like half the time I stream. You know, and I know that's just because there's more affiliates and there's more people streaming, and it is what it is. But that would be the biggest thing I'd want for partner. And then the other thing is more emotes. That's pretty much it. I mean, doesn't change. Those are the only real perks I really want.
You guys are going to have probably a different opinion of this than I would, as primarily on Twitch, I'm a viewer now. I don't stream hardly ever. I'm involved with other people's streams from time to time. I do this podcast, and that's pretty much it. And as a viewer, options open up so many more fucking doors. Like, if I could watch small streamers on mobile or on Fire TV or on any of the other platforms except for sitting at my PC, I am 1000% more likely to spend time in their stream.
Yeah.
Like, that's why half the time I end up watching bigger name streamers or larger channels, because I know they'll have
Quality options.
fucking quality options. And when I'm on a phone, I don't give a fuck about chat most of the time. I'm just watching gameplay or just chilling and flipping chat on when I want to say something, like that kind of thing. So, I don't know.
My opinion on whether or not affiliate was easily obtainable has changed. And my analogy is this. Do you think that it's easier to fit in and make more friends? So let's say you guys are sophomores in high school. You transfer to a new school. Is it easier to fit in and make friends when you already know a group of people there, or if you know no one?
Yeah. I mean, that's how I ended up becoming an affiliate. That's how I had the follower counts to support.
Right.
Even applying was like, I literally had all the other stats when the affiliate program came out. All I had to do was stream 30 hours in a month.
And then it was
took
golden.
6 fucking days, like 6 half days out of my life, and then I could apply, and it was first time, no fucking problem, because of the fact that they put this roadmap shit up. Like, you can't deny somebody unless they're a total piece of shit.
Right. So for the people who have already existed on the platform for years, affiliate is overnight. That's super, super easy. Somebody coming to Twitch alone, not knowing a soul and streaming, it could take you months and sometimes even over a year in order to get that affiliate check.
Yeah. Especially if you're not like involving yourself in other communities. Like,
Right.
I feel like that's a huge mistake that people make too, is that
They just
come
stream their
into
play
this as like only thinking of themselves. Like, the reason a lot of the people I watch, like the reason I even watch them at all, is because they're very involved in whatever community it is. Like,
Your mic's a little quiet, by the way, Salty.
I treat YouTubers the same way. So like, I can watch anything on Twitch and I can watch anything on YouTube if I like the person behind the fucking camera.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I get into watching Alex Steele on YouTube making like forging fucking swords and shit. I have no interest in forging swords, but it's just like somebody who's super hyped about forging swords. I could watch that shit all day. So like, I just think it depends. I think it depends on the personality. Like, the type of people I think make it are the type of people that are already going to go out of their way to like connect with other people.
Yep.
So
might
just be my observation.
Okay. In summary, I think that on average, affiliateship, if that's even a fucking word, is not easily obtainable. I think it's proven in the stats. Out of 3.2 million people that are going live every day, only 10% of them are affiliates. Does that tell you that it's hard, or does that tell you that it's easy? To me, that tells you that it's a challenge. It's not necessarily hard. If you brown nose the fuck out of 5 other streamers for 3 months straight and then go live and say, hey, can you check me out? You can probably get it pretty easy. But I think it depends.
Communities too.
Yeah, 100%. Like, that's the reason why the start of my streaming career was pretty easy, was because I spent the previous 2 or 3 years building friendships online in an online community that did not involve Twitch. So when I was like, hey, I'm going to stream, I've got 5 to 10 friends that like me and that would just come and hang out and chat just because. Not everybody has that luxury. You know, that in itself is a hot commodity. That's not easily obtainable. So personally, I don't think the bar is that low. However, I don't think it should be lowered. I think it's at a decent spot. I think that you should have to stream a little bit longer to get it. Yeah. Like 30 hours is low, but the average viewership number I do not think is low at all, because if you don't have any friends in the space and you don't really understand the dynamic of how Twitch works, those first couple viewers can be very, very fucking difficult to get.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase. I don't think it should necessarily be lowered. I think it will be lowered. No, I'm not necessarily saying.
I didn't think that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with Jim there. They just care about money so much.
Yeah.
They've proven that over the last probably year and a half. They just care about money. And
well, that's it. They're a business. It's big business. You know, that's what they do.
Next question from
fucking Amazon. They can afford to like lose a couple pennies here and there to create like the best community on the face of the earth.
They really can. And
I agree.
Not to mention, not that I know this from experience or anything, if you order something on Prime and you don't get it in the 2 days and you contact support and complain, they give you $15 gift card every time.
Yeah, it's just like, give me money.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, we knew that you were going to complain, so here's right. $15.
But here's the thing: we're not going to give it to you automatically. We're going to make you call, just so you have to wait on the phone for a little bit, and hopefully you hang up, and then we don't have to give you that.
Gonna make you beg for it, daddy.
Assholes.
Next question. Professor ATV asks, given the fact that the biggest game of the year is coming out this week, which one of you or all is going to play Red Dead Redemption? I kind of lost interest when I played the game back in 2010.
I'm planning on getting it, although I'm not going to pick it up until after I replay the original. And I love the original, so but I mean, I guess it really depends on what you're opinion of biggest game of the year. For some people, biggest game of the year is coming out next month with Smash Brothers. Some people are super excited about that. So I guess it just depends. Some people are not into the open world games. Some people don't like the time setting of the Wild West and whatnot. But I'm a history guy. I love the first one. I'm definitely planning on playing it, and I can't wait. I'm actually excited to play back through the original because I even though it's by today's game standards, it's probably a little clunky or whatever, but it's still a lot of fun. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to play through again.
I'm on the fence, and like originally I was thinking, you know what, I'll just wait until it comes out on PC and I'll fucking go ahead and buy it and play it. But honestly, I don't fucking play games that much anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm honestly, with the new TV, I'm thinking about getting it on PS4 and playing through it on PS4 like the old days. So
I refuse to buy it on PS4 for the first 12 months. If it does not come out on PC, or if it's rumored, or if it's announced to come out within 12 months,
like fucking 5 years or some bullshit.
Well, what was the time between the last iteration of the console and I think it was 1.5 years, right?
At least.
Okay.
At least that long. If I'd be surprised if it wasn't like twice that long.
It really fucking could be.
Like same thing with GTA. Like you're gonna fucking put it out on console, put it out on PC, then come out with a fucking HD bullshit remake 2 years later and put it out again, and everybody spend like $180 on the same fucking game.
Just like, I mean, there's already another PlayStation that's currently being developed. So
that's bullshit.
Even though the Pro
I don't even have a PS Pro.
Right.
So
I'm excited for it. I plan to get it. If it doesn't get announced for PC within the first year, I will suck it and I'll play it on PS4. Just because if there's a chance that I can experience that at 120 frames in 1440p in the comfort of my lovely chair, I would much rather do that than fucking miss people's heads with a goddamn slippery joystick. You know what? Unpopular opinion, the PlayStation 4 controller is the shittiest console controller to ever be released.
I agree.
It is fucking
stupid. I so much
stupid.
rather have an Xbox 360 controller any day of the week.
I agree. I prefer the Xbox, and the Xbox One controller I like a lot. And I like it better than the PS4 controller.
I've never used the Xbox One controller.
It's nice.
It's nice. It's nice.
The 360 controller I have bought multiple replacements of.
Okay. I am planning to buy the Razer Xbox One controller.
Stop it.
It's the only Razer product that I've ever considered in the past, I don't know, 5 years or so.
Didn't you, like, smash a fucking... I remember a stream there was a fucking Razer keyboard smashed against a tree.
No, that was Robot. He fucking smashed it over his knee.
Like, what the fuck?
That's what Razer does to people, man.
I still have 2 Razer keyboards, like, and a Razer. I take that back. I have 1 Razer keyboard, and I have a Razer Naga, left hand and right hand, from back in the day when I played Arma.
I have a Razer keyboard.
I had 2 mice and a keyboard playing Arma 3 role-playing servers.
How are we even podcasting together right now?
How are we even friends?
All right, we gotta get some good. We gotta get some questions.
Let's get through it.
Oh, okay. So the second question was him saying Red Dead Redemption 2. We had some trolls tonight.
Yep. Couple douchebags.
This last one, I like this. I'm just gonna read out this last one, even though it's giving the person attention. I think it's funny because I think it's pointing fingers at our lack of diversity. Can I join call? Space ? I am black. You're qualified. You passed the test. You can be on the show.
That totally takes away from the fact that you're a stranger on the internet who created your fucking Twitch account a month ago. Like,
right.
Eat one, please.
that actually kind of made me laugh, but interesting. Very interesting. All right.
Yeah. Douchebags.
All right, guys, that is going to kill this podcast for good. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We're going to go around the room and give you guys a chance to get one last look at these dudes and their social media. So, Salty Sam, where can you find you online?
My name is SaltySam. You can find me on Twitch at SaltySam, Twitter at TheSaltySam, and Instagram Salty all day.
My name's Jimmy. You can find me on Twitter at MiddleAgedStream, Instagram and Twitch at MiddleAgedStream, and I will be streaming 3 days this week, baby. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, because I don't like to sleep.
Amen.
And my name is Knackers. You guys can find me on this very channel or on Twitter and Instagram at Knackers with 3 A's. That is going to conclude our podcast for tonight. Thank you all so very much for deciding to tune in tonight live, or if you are planning on listening to this in the near future. We hear you and we see you, audio listeners. Thank you. I will see you guys next Sunday for episode 65. This is going to be a 1v1 episode with a secret guest. And of course, this show will be back in 2 weeks with another free-for-all. So thank you guys so much. If you want to stick around, we will be raiding a channel. So if you want to participate in the raid, you're more than welcome to do so. We love you all, and good night.
Bye-bye.